Matayo Kyaligonza is an ambassador. He's an ambassador of Uganda, but he's at the same time a liberator.
He has been described by some of his opponents as a non-performer.
In churches, you cannot get him. In mosques, burial sites, very hard.
Some have even pledged to provide him with counseling services, claiming he's violent.
I am a trained professional counselor. I will counsel him to cease being violent and maybe get on to behavior which can mobilize people.
But as tolerant as he is and analytical as he has always been, none of these claims have taken him aback.
That's a good healthy thing. One can call you names, but you don't have also to call him names. Otherwise, if you call names and he calls names, then you are doing nothing.
His description by his opponents as a violent man results from a recent standoff in which his security detail was involved with a female traffic police officer. He denies any wrongdoing.
And you know, today, one good thing with this camera of yours, they can show whatever action is happening. There is no action which is showing there was any violent act against the woman. But the woman was the one who was actually, coming forward to box these army boys. Until one of the boy, he was called Okrut. He held the arm of this girl, of this lady, and that was all.
The first time he became NRM National Vice Chairperson in charge of Western Uganda, it was by appointment. 5 years later, it became an electable position, which saw him retain it unopposed, following the pulling out of the race by his opponents.
That was General Tafwire and Rwabogo. Later on, General Tafwire withdrew, and then I remained with Rwabogo, and while at Nambole, he was again disqualified by the Council Delegates Conference. And then I passed unopposed.
After another 5 years, the race for this seat is back, and General Matayo Kyaligonza is seeking to retain it.
We shall be holding election, but this time because of this disease, we are supposed to do it in a scientific way. There will be few delegates at the districts. We shall do it by lining up because SEC decided so. It's not a secret ballot.
A chartered accountant by profession.
I am a chartered accountant.
A liberator by calling.
I got involved in the liberation wars since 1974.
And a diplomat by occupation.
I have done it all.
This is after serving at the East African Community Post Office, in the First National Resistance Council and Expanded Parliament, as well as the Constituent Assembly.
We need development for all. We need social justice. We need education. Everything mentioned, whichever thing you think is good for this country, I would wish it to start with the West. But if it starts from West, because now we are in charge, they will accuse us and say, you Westerners are only caring for yourselves. But things have to happen. There must be a representative of Western region, who is myself.
That he played a challenging role in the liberation struggles of Uganda is something he prides in, especially now that the country is peaceful.
All in all, I would say what we went to fight for was achieved. We brought peace, we brought sanity, democracy, economic development, which you have also done. Because if you came at night from Entebbe and you landed at the airport, as you drive towards Kampala, you would think, while you are at Entebbe, at Kisubi, you would think you have already entered Kampala.
A lot has since been achieved, But is it enough to say Uganda is 100% morally upright? To him, the answer is no. And the reason is corruption, which he blames on much freedom and legislative weaknesses.
Really, I can't point a finger to so and so is the one causing corruption. No. I think it's the mindset. You can be a judge, and you're a good judge. And if one makes another mistake, they all accuse the whole judiciary is corrupt. Today in the government, do you think all ministers are corrupt? No. There's some few individuals. Do you think the president goes in cabinet and says, you people go and help yourselves, I've made you ministers, go and steal? No. But the whole thing is the mindset of society.
This is one of the challenges that are still on the table for him to participate in getting rid of. It is for similar reasons that he is seeking to maintain his membership of the Central Executive Committee of the National Resistance Movement Party. And that is why he's seeking the mandate of NRM party members to retain his position as NRM National Vice Chairperson in charge of Western Uganda.
The purpose of this is just not to be in office, but to do a service of our own country. And one of the services is definitely nothing but to ask people to allow you to participate and get involved in the development of this country.
As to whether he would consider stepping down for any other candidate in the race, the answer is no.
Why do I have to step down for a newcomer? I would say you respect the elders whom you have found, or the pioneers, and then you learn from them. It's not me to step. If I wanted, I would not have to offer myself.
Kyaligonza, who is the incumbent, has 7 other people eyeing his position, including Shaban Bantariza, Chris Baryomunsi, and Emmanuel Dini Kisembo, among others.
I should ask you, the newcomer, to surrender it for me, and then have things well done.
The ambassador of Uganda to the Republic of Burundi is also a family man, married with children and grandchildren. It is on rare occasions that he ever gets free time. Henry Okrut, UBC.